Hello, we're here. We did it. Sorry for the late start, everyone. Some IRL shenanigans came up. It happens sometimes. Things happen.
Yeah.
But we're here, and second prologue, we're doing it. It's happening. Got the rest of the cast here. So some quick announcements. Going over those. Scrolling up real quick, finding the announcements. Here they are. So first again, once again, tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST, Infinite Horizon. There's the Sci-Fi Supers actual play. It's really good. It's on the Cypher system, if you're familiar with that. If you're not, check it out. It's a good system. All the previous episodes are on YouTube if you want to catch up, as well as a short recap of season 1 for those who might just be jumping in. Friday at 7 p.m. PST is Ramblemancy. This week it is just a simple holiday hangout. Nice chat. Those are always fun. So the holiday schedule, as I mentioned last week, Rule of War will be dark for the holidays starting Saturday, December 19th through Tuesday, January 5th. On January 6th, Infinite Horizon will be back. Into Deep, this show will not be back on the 5th, but rather on the week after the 12th. I think I did math right. Yes. This show, so Into Deep, the show is obviously available on VOD immediately after this broadcast and will be available on YouTube in the near future. Those dates are to be determined while we figure out logistics like thumbnails, that sort of thing. But before the campaign premiere in January, it will be up. All right, so if we can go ahead and do introductions, starting with Liv. Go ahead and tell us who you are. I think I'm pointing the right way. I was down.
Either way, it's my turn to shine. Hey, everybody. My name's Liv. You can find me on Twitter at Live in a Day. I don't know. Do I introduce my character or just me and the things I do? I'm not sure how we want to rock and roll this time, but would you prefer? Should I go on? Should I just talk about myself, my character? What should I do?
We'll leave the introduction for
Yeah.
character descriptions.
I had a feeling. Okay, yeah. So I'm Liv in a Day. I am super excited to be on Rule of Lore, super excited to join this team. But otherwise you can find me on Mondays under the table. Literally, that's the show name, with Total Party Chill. And charity streams and stuff. I do a lot of those, but super excited to be back playing D&D because it's been a minute since I've streamed D&D.
Yeah. All right. Leah.
Me? It's my turn? All right. I'm Leah. I go by That Geeky Artist on most social media, though I think I'm really only active on Twitter. I kind of forgot about the other ones. I'm an artist. I've been doing D&D for a couple years. Not that much. No, that's a whole new beast. I do a lot of D&D art though, which you'll be able to see on my Twitter, That Geeky Artist, although instead of a T, it's a 1, just because I was late to the game, apparently. But yeah, that's me.
All right. And Draku.
That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Draku. So this is also my first time here on Rule of Lore. I'm very excited. I'm so thankful for y'all having me. I'm kind of a variety streamer on Twitch, so I play a lot of video games, but I've definitely been trying to get into more streamed TTRPGs because that's super fun, super good time, especially with everything going on. Virtual campaigns have been a lifesaver, so woohoo! I'm very excited. This is my first Waterdeep anything, so I have zero background with like Waterdeep, Dragon Heist, any of that good stuff, so brand new, very excited.
Same.
All right. And I am Colin Kelly, Colin_C_Kelly on Twitter. I do design, game design, that sort of thing. My most Twitter bio has a bunch of this. I do like some podcasts, some other stuff, but I'll leave that for the end and I'll get into it because I know you all are probably wanting to get started soon. All right. Otherwise, I think that's all we have, and we can start getting into this. So, again, winter in Waterdeep, it can be harsh environment sometimes. It's the most southern, one of the more southern areas on the Sword Coast. The Sword Coast is still pretty far in the north, so winter here is very cold. It's nothing like the debilitating cold and blizzards of Icewind Dale, but certainly not pleasant during winter, but amongst all the cold and oppression outside, there's always the warmth of the taverns inside, and that's where we shift over to the Yawning Portal Tavern, one of probably the most famous tavern on the Sword Coast, run by barkeep Durnan, a man who once delved down into the Undermountain, a mysterious mega dungeon underneath the city in which many enter, not many come out. However, him and his compatriot Mert managed to escape with a decent amount of riches. Durnan then used this money to establish a tavern around the entrance to the Undermountain that he named the Yawning Portal. He now charges adventurers to go down into said Undermountain with a gold piece per entry. Pretty good way to make a living, on top of being one of the most popular taverns in Waterdeep and the Sword Coast in general. As we pan through the Yawning Portal, it's around probably evening, and it is packed. It's common to see the Yawning Portal packed on many days. There might be a bar brawl breaking out in one corner, as well as people just enjoying their time in the Yawning Portal. But we pan over to a specific table in which there are just two individuals sitting. The first, Leah, if you'd like to describe your character.
So there's a 6'4" full orc woman. She's got these long dark dreads, kind of all tucked to the side and wrapped up in kind of like a brass ring over here to stay out of her face. She's got a couple little brass rings stuck through them. Her tusks, or her tusk, one is pretty big, the other one is notably broken. And she does have a few scars on her face. One through the lip and two on the cheeks. And the most notable scar is definitely the brand on the side of her head, which is clean shaven, which is a unicorn within a crescent moon for her patron. And otherwise, she's wearing like chainmail armor, some leather on the shoulders, with some brass trimming here and there. But she's just kind of laughing and leaning over her current companion and quite obviously like teasing him, probably making fun a little bit.
That other companion, Draku, if you'd like to describe Kula for us.
Yeah, so Kula is a ruby red kobold. He will swear to you that he is 3 feet tall. He is not. He's 2'6". But probably the most distinct, the distinct features that you can see on him. He's a ruby red, but he does have splotches of essentially vitiligo. And so there's some nice pink shades every now and again on his body. And he has 2 very different colored eyes. And right now he is probably making the most perturbed face, as he is probably trying to be taken seriously by this orc. But I don't think that's happening.
No, not at all.
And this is just one of the usual conversations you hear in the Yawning Portal. People arguing, people having fun. It can get lost amongst the crowd as this orc leans over this kobold, teasing and prodding.
Oh, look at you. You're just like, you're a little baby. You're a baby dragon. What do you mean you're the scientist? What does it say? No, you're a little baby dragon.
Okay. Kobold used to be dragon? Not anymore. Kobold is not dragon. Okay, they're cool, but I am kobold. Okay, Kula is kobold.
Yes, kobold, aka tiny baby dragon lizard man.
But I'm not baby. I'm full. I'm adult. I have grown.
Oh, of course you are.
Hatched,
and
I
she
have
just
seen...
like ruffles the top of his head.
Stop that. I am full grown kobold. All my hatchlings are all full kobold now, so I am full kobold now. And I am
your
a scientist.
grandpappy. That's adorable. Baby grandpappy.
What? No. No.
Oh, I tease. I am so sorry. I'm just teasing. You make it so easy.
And he just kind of sits there fuming, just trying so much to just
not the dragon.
Pat on the head.
As we pan away from this table, we pan over to another table with another 2 individuals sitting. The first, Liv, if you'd like to describe your character.
Sitting very, very like upright, tense, like that jitter that you get when you feel like you're in like being asked important questions and you're not sure if you're doing okay. We see a young woman, an Earth Genasi. She seems kind of short as well, probably if you had to guess about like 5 foot, but very much like a strong upper body, built muscles. She's wearing sort of like no, not full armor because like it's pretty casual, but she is dressed in a more physical sort of gear. She has this kind of like gray blue skin that's definitely, you know, Earth Genasi. It's going to look a little bit more like a rock. It has like the lines that a rock would have, but along her chin, along her jaw and cheek and chin is a scar. You can probably guess that there's other scars like this too, but through the peak of the scar, you see blue crystals, like an agate, like a just blue crystalline sheath going down her cheek. Her eyes are completely, pupilless, sclera, like no sclera, just the same sort of crystalline, bright blue as well. She has her darker blue curls pulled back into a ponytail, and she is sitting there just listening very intently to the person next to her and listening to everything that they're saying. Yes, she is here and she is present.
And the man is sitting across the table from her is a relatively skinny but young yet sullen man. He's kind of sunken eyes, like he's been up a lot. He has short brown hair that's combed to one side. Just a general 5 o'clock shadow across his entire face. And he's just kind of sitting saying, right, so you want to get into the Lord's Alliance, correct?
Yes, sir. It is something that I have been working towards, and I really think that I could do something to really help out the community as a whole.
Well, that sounds good. Based on your record, from what I've gathered, member of the Griffin Cavalry, relatively new member. I can't say that bodes well, but your record is impressive.
Thank you. I'm working as hard as I can. We do have a little bit of a training period, but I do think that I stand out amongst some of the recruits, if that's not too much to say.
Yeah, that's definitely, you definitely do stand out. That's not a lie. But at the same time, it would be hard to pitch to my boss setting in a near brand new recruit to the Lord's Alliance. But, and he kind of like starts shuffling around through papers. Meanwhile, bursting into the tavern door is the loud crack as the door kind of like swings on its hinge, is like a relatively portly man with a large beard and a big floppy hat on. And he says, and where are some adventurers? I need adventurers. And then the man who you're talking to, Jester Silvermane, kind of looks up and is like, oh God, not again. As this man who enters goes over towards the Kobold and the Orc and says, you two look like adventurers of sorts.
Do you know him?
No, but I, Kurla, am the strongest kobold. So yes, if you need adventure and you have gold in your pocket, then I am your kobold.
Yes, there will be a reward. Perfect. Sorry, I must introduce myself. My name is Volo Stampgadon. Call me Volo. You might have heard of me. I recently published Volo's Guide to Monsters, a very popular installment.
I have never heard of you. But if Kobold is in, then I could put in too. Yes.
Perfect. We just need another one. And then he starts scanning the tavern, and Gillester is notably trying to like hide himself out of the way. And he says, Gillester! And then you see a look on Gillester like, God damn. And then Gillester kind of looks up to you, Anar, and says, all right, here's the deal. I can put in a good word with you if you just do whatever he needs you to. I can't deal with this again.
I'm on it. Don't say less. I'm on it. I will
Thank you.
do this, and I will. Yes.
As he comes over and Volo comes over and he says, Gillester, I could use another strong hand. And Josh says, I'm actually quite busy, but my associate Anar over here would be more than happy to help. And with that,
gone.
yeah, and Volo gives you a very firm handshake. Perfect. Come over here and meet your companions. And Gillester's just like, oh, thank God. And then he just kind of starts scanning the room. And he says, and it seems like someone catches his eye and he gets up and starts walking off in a direction. As Volo brings you over to meet the other two.
Hello. Are you also joining these?
Yes. And she she stands at attention and she's like, Anargon, I am here to help with whatever you need.
I do not know what we need. A man shouted and we were in, apparently.
What do you need, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes, right. Your task, of course. All right. It's very simple, quite simple, actually. I was on a nice evening stroll in the City of the Dead for trying to get some new material for my next work, Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters. Which, this would have been nice. When I was startled by a specter that popped out, of course I ran. I was alone. I was in no room to face that on my own. But I did unfortunately drop a particularly valuable notebook that I really, really need back. I'd go back there myself, but I thought, why not get some good old adventurers involved? And if there is a specter, you can slay it, I'm sure.
So you are scared and you need big ladies to go, and baby, to go get it for you.
Not baby.
Are we sure we should be taking a baby on a quest? That's a little concerning. Do you need help? And Anar does that, Anar squats down so she can look Cola in the eye.
Shit.
It's just the talking to short people meme.
Puffs up his chest like as regally as possible and just,
I am not baby. I am Cobalt. I am Kula. I am grown. And I am adventurer.
Nargon, so nice to meet you, Mr. Kula. Very, very pleased.
Yes.
Volo says, yes, a kobold. Kobolds, if you want to know more about them, and I can attest this is an adult kobold. But kobolds, if you'd like to know more about them after you perhaps I can get you a nice signed copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters. I did a whole piece on kobolds in there.
Right. So, you, like I said, you need big ladies and full-grown kobold to go in to get book.
Yes, it is. It's a journal about yay big, and it's bound in a black leather and has a very notable golden signature on the outside. You won't miss it.
Cool. Are there a lot of books? Did we need that much detail?
Probably not, but
I joke. I tease. Well, I'm good to go. Are you? And looks to the rock lady.
Yes. So we are going to the city with a bunch of dead things to get your book. Okay. Maybe you should consider a different profession.
Oh, and I assure you, I've been in this business for a long time. I've met many powerful figures. One to note is Elminster. Elminster is one of them. I've met with Lady Laurel Silverhand before. Almost all of them. I've been all over the world. My last trip was to Chult. A dangerous place, that, but fun.
Okay, well, I guess you just need to figure it out. But we will go and get this book for you.
Thank you. I shall be waiting here, and I'll have the best drinks in the house ready for you when you return.
Drinks, yes, perfect. And she does stand up and slam back the rest of her tankard and then slam it on the table.
Hell yeah.
And gold too. We were promised gold. So
yes, what the baby said.
Gold is something I can provide.
Yes.
Yeah. Anard doesn't seem bothered, but she looks back at the table that she was at and then looks at this team and is just like, okay, well, Yeah, there's a lot riding on this, but she's got it.
Yeah. When you look back, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh, okay. I don't think I'm good at those. Okay. Oh, I'm so bad at those. Okay. That was a 5, but with my perception check, it's a 4.
Oh my god.
Looking around, yeah, you don't really notice too much, but you think you see Gillester for a second over off in the distance, not sitting at the table you were once at.
Yeah, no, she got his word, and that means everybody knows that your word means the most. Nobody would ever compromise their word. So this is going to work out perfectly.
So you three, I assume, head out to the City of the Dead. Now, the City of the Dead in Waterdeep is probably not located too far from the Yawning portal, if I'm correct. Give me 1 minute while I check the map. It's actually relatively close to the Yawning portal. The Yawning portal being located in the North Ward is just to the north of the City of the Dead. Now, some consider the City of the Dead to be its own ward in and of its own, but effectively it's a massive cemetery for the residents of Waterdeep. Now, what Vola mentioned there being a specter in the City of the Dead isn't necessarily out of the ordinary, but it's relatively uncommon. The Order of the Gauntlet, as well as other religious orders, do well to keep it clear of any evil specters, spirits, undead, you name it. But you guys work your way down through the North Ward to the south. By now, the sun is more or less set, so those who have sunlight sensitivity need not worry about that now. But eventually you reach the beginning gates to the City of the Dead, all coated with snow from yesterday's snowfall. What would you like to do?
I mean, I can always roll another perception check. Like, it's fine. Like, I can just, really help out the team like that.
Toko's not really paying attention, I'll be perfectly honest. She's just kind of strolling along with everybody. She's like, this is fine.
Yeah, Anar probably is too. I think, like, she's trying to head the front of the group, which is very funny because I'm pretty sure Toko's much taller than her, but it's fine. Toko's much taller than everybody in this group.
I am much taller than everyone, and I love it.
Yes.
And depending on how deep the snow is, Kula is having a time. So he's trying his best to just push forward and through.
It snowed today, but it snowed yesterday. But not a lot of it has melted, so you're probably getting like a good ankle deep in snow.
Oh. And Toko does kind of look down and go like, if you want, I can carry you. Just put you on shoulder and we can keep going, so we don't have to slow down.
No, I am not baby. I do not need carrying.
This time I said nothing of the baby word.
But you said carry.
Suggested... Carry does not mean baby. Here, rock lady, Anar, I carry you. If I carry Anar as well, will you be happy?
Yes.
All right, come here. And turns to Anar.
Anar just lets this happen. She's like, okay. She's like 5 foot. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. But she's also made of rocks.
Yeah, go ahead and make a athletics check for me.
Literally a rock.
Fantastic.
I'm not resisting, I'll tell you that much.
Really? Okay, so that's a 2.
All right.
Plus 3. So it's a 5.
She's 5. You go over to lift Anar, and you're like, oh, this person's relatively small, probably won't be easy. And then you just realize, like, oh, this person's essentially made of rock, like solid rock.
Very sturdy. What? You're very sturdy. I cannot lift right now.
Well, my mother was originally, she was originally carved out of, came from a very large boulder. So we do tend to be a little bit more hefty in my family.
Oh, okay. You know what? I appreciate that. Strong, cannot be knocked over.
This is true. And like an arm bangs on her chest. Yeah.
And just slaps a couple times on the shoulder.
Totally fine.
But it does look back at Kula. So I cannot lift her. I can definitely lift you. But she kind of narrows her eyes, like she's doubting herself. Like I can.
I
So can carry?
suppose. If
Okay,
this
great.
will make us go faster, then that's fine.
And so she'll just bend down and grab.
No check required. You're lifting a
No check
kobold.
required.
You're lifting a
He's
kobold.
making the grumpiest face though. He's
And
not
literally
happy
just
about
carries him like this on her shoulder.
You
Like,
look very,
good.
You look very regal, Mr. Kula. You look very like
Oh, like with the tail just like hanging down.
you look very important.
And he
Yes, let's go.
doesn't acknowledge, but he does like shuffle his shoulders back a little bit and like sit up a little taller.
Yes, good.
So you'll enter the City of the Dead and begin your search for this journal and this specter that Volo mentioned. As you continue onward, you can see the City of the Dead itself is made of there's very large mausoleums hosting like many lineages of noble families, the nobles in Waterdeep being incredibly important, as well as just your average graves scattered throughout. You guys can go ahead and make either investigation or perception checks for me.
I'm gonna do investigation.
I'm
Go
gonna
for
do
it.
a perception.
Whoa! Okay, that dice is gone.
Never be seen again.
All right. What did you all get?
I got a 6. I got a 6.
All right.
Okay, well for perception, I got a 17 and 11 plus 6.
Pretty good.
And I got a 23 investigation.
Oh, shit.
All right.
All right, that you're extra high. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, you should have had advantage.
Doku, you notice you first notice there's a set of what looks like footprints around an area, and Kula, kind of like craning your neck, you also notice that there seems to be something behind a gravestone near those footprints.
Halt, halt, halt. Come to stop. There, behind those.
And he like motions at the gravestones.
Something.
Those?
Yes. Go over there. Walk there.
He's like
okay.
really
Fine.
enjoying now being carried because he gets to boss you around.
It's like, well, fine, okay, let's go. And just walks over. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
As you walk over, you hear something that sounds like, and swinging around the gravestone is this terrifying visage of this spectral creature as it jumps out. And both of you go ahead and make wisdom saves for me, Kula and
Oh, good.
Toku. What did you guys get?
I got a 25.
Nice.
All right.
14.
Jesus.
14. Both of you, Kula, you're startled at first, but then you're like, oh, as you both realize that this is a specter, but it's very clearly just essentially a cardboard cutout with some magic on it. As it seems to be some sort of trap rigged up, and as you look around Toki, you realize that you like tripped a tripwire that essentially caused it to swing out.
Ah. Is this the specter?
This can't be a real specter. It's
Well, no, I do
It's
not
like-
think it is a real specter.
okay, good. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you say things and they're silly, so can you put me down?
Okay, and just drops him.
He kind
I
of
think it's
lands
a relatively large snowfall, and Kula just into the snow.
very unceremoniously just into the snow.
Anar goes over and pulls him out.
Thank you.
He's like brushing the snow off.
I'm sorry, sometimes I am silly.
And he kind of shoots you this look and like waddles over towards I guess the little contraption that made it spring out, and is just kind of looking at it and inspecting it.
Yeah. Inspecting it, it's a very simple tripwire. There's definitely something magical, as in the front side of the cutout looks spectral almost like. But yet the rear side is very clearly just like some wooden, the equivalent of cardboard, propped up to be the visage of a specter.
I poke at the cardboard. How well is it like painted?
It's not even painted from what you can see. It seems to be some sort of illusion magic over the top of it. Your hand just kind of like passes right through a small layer at the front.
Not even artistry, just magic. Lazy.
Yeah. Looking around, meanwhile, while these two investigate this contraption, Anar, you can probably notice what's very obviously Volo's retreat, as there's kind of some imprints in the snow as he probably fell backwards, and then there are very quick footsteps away.
Okay. I'm gonna try to investigate and see if the book is anywhere nearby then.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check then.
Because I'm just so good.
See, that's the smart thing to do, other than insulting the cardboard cutout.
Okay, we're at a 14.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Book isn't anywhere to be found. You find what looks like an imprint of probably a book where it got dropped, but it's not there. But there are a couple sets of footprints walking away from the site, though.
Okay.
Separate from Volo's.
I will follow those and see if I can keep up with that or figure out the direction for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to roll again for that or no?
It's in snow and they're pretty fresh, so no check needed. They're easy enough to follow.
Anar, where are you going?
I found a clue, and I'm gonna go follow it.
Do you want us to come?
Yes, please do come, because I don't know what's There was that thing. Are you two okay? That looked like scary. Are you? Okay.
I was not scared at all. I was very brave.
Yes, until he went headfirst into snow. But
Anar didn't have to roll, but she definitely was scared. She thought that was a whole specter. She's like, cool, yeah, totally. And just starts like walking down.
Yeah, you continue onward and following the tracks, they kind of go in and out. It almost looks like they're purposefully trying to be a bit confusing in the direction the tracks are going, but since they're so fresh, they're easy enough to follow. It does, however, eventually lead towards a very large, relatively worn down compared to the rest, probably an older one, mausoleum. And all of you can roll perception checks for me as you approach this mausoleum.
7.
All right.
20.
Ooh.
What did I get? I got a 13. 7 plus 6.
All right. Yeah, Tuku and Kula, as you guys approach, you can probably hear there's definitely talking going on from within the mausoleum. There's some sort of conversation happening down there. One of them sounds a lot louder than the other, but there's definitely a conversation. Not quite close enough to hear what it is because it is from the inside a mausoleum. But
Hush. There are voices. We should be quiet.
There's what? What did you say?
Grabs head.
I'm sorry.
Voices.
Oh, okay.
We are coming upon a peoples. I don't know who. They might have book. They might just be on goth date. I don't know.
I mean, whatever, like, I guess this is romantic. Not my thing.
See, I am big and loud. I probably should not go first.
Yeah, no, not me. I mean, I can try.
We all look at the tiny kobold.
He's already puffed up like, yes, I will go forward. I am very sneaky. I can do this.
Okay.
And he's going to try to sneak forward.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check. I'll say at advantage, since you are a small creature moving across a good layer of snow, it's going to muffle your footsteps.
That is a 14.
14.
for my highest.
I believe that beats their passive perceptions. I'm pretty sure it does. They're bad at hearing things. As you kind of use the snow to cover your walk up and glance around the corner, and you can kind of get an idea of what they're saying. You can see around the corner there's one particularly large man in kind of darker clothing, and two other men in just general leathers, but also like these are black leathers. They're all in black clothing. And they just seem to be having a conversation of like, oh, how long do we have to rest here? What are we waiting for? And then another one pipes up and says like, we are waiting for that Neverember fellow to come through here. So we're not allowed to leave, otherwise Cage is going to, well, you saw what happened to the last one. He says, yeah, I guess, but I need two of them seem to be playing some sort of dice game, and there's a pile of coins on the table. It seems to be some sort of betting pool. Whereas the larger one just seems to be fiddling with a black flying snake in a cage, just kind of like petting it.
Okay. And you said Neverember?
Neverember. Yep.
Neverember. Okay. So Kula, was gonna watch for a little bit and kind of fixate on the dice game, like, oh yeah. Okay. Oh, and then kind of creep back to the other two.
Okay, there's three. There are three of them, and one of them said Neverember. They're waiting for Neverember, and they're playing dice, and there's gold. And there's a flying snake.
And that's what he just ends on that.
Can I do a history check on like the word Neverember? Like Anar grew up in the streets of Waterdeep?
Yes. Go ahead and make a history check, and you'd have advantage on this having grown up here. And
cool.
It's a pretty prominent name.
Cool. Oh. I have -1 to history, and thank God I had advantage because I almost got a nat 1. Instead, it's a 4. It's a 4 because it was a 5 minus 1. I'm gonna get the other dice really quick. It ran away, but I think I need it now more than ever.
I've been in town not long, but I've been hanging around like where adventures and stuff are. So I was gonna see if like I've heard anything.
Yeah,
like talk of the town.
The rest of you could just make a straight history check. Having not grown up here will be advantage, but you can make a history check on the name.
History check. Okay. Cool.
I'm really timming it up. This is bad.
Your dice are not happy today.
I have a 22.
Okay.
I got a 2. I got half that.
All right. Tuki, you've not really heard that name. You're not familiar with that name. Anar, you're here. You know the name. You just won't get any like additional details. You know that the last name Neverember was the previous Open Lord of Waterdeep and was recently ousted when Laeral Silverhand was put in. He was often Neverwinter, helping them rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Kula, with that 22, you definitely know a bit more details. With your time hanging around the guild, you feel like you've heard the name Neverember before. You're aware, obviously, that Neverember was the previous Open Lord of Waterdeep. His first name escapes me because there's a lot of NPCs in this. Daggalt, that's the guy. Daggalt Neverember was the previous Open Lord. But you also know he has a son named Rainer Neverember, who, to the best of your knowledge, is still in the city, and you feel like you've heard that name mentioned around the guild a couple times.
Neverember was previous lord, but he has a son too, I think. Rainer? Something like that. I've heard his name before. Is he still here?
Maybe. I think possibly. I mean, I know that there was a lot of going back and forth to Neverwinter, but it's possible that it's probably more likely who they're talking about.
They're talking about the son.
I genuinely have no clue. I think maybe.
Hmm. Did you hear like why they are waiting for this son?
Hmm.
No.
No, just that we're waiting for him. Okay. Now rewind. You said flying snake.
Yeah. There's flying snake in there. It was really pretty.
Cool. I kind of want to grab it. I want to pet, but I feel like now is not the time.
I mean, we can maybe come back for it later. Yeah.
Okay. So what do we do now?
Well, I think they probably are the ones that have the book, right?
It seems most
Maybe.
plausible.
Yeah. We could try to stake them up on them again, try to ambush. That might work.
I can run in first and distract them with me. And you guys can come in and destroy them.
You are very eye-catching. This is true.
Thank you.
I'm okay
I
with
was
that.
quite the beauty back in my village.
I'm okay with that. I can also try to sneak in with them, whatever, or sneak in on them, whatever we want to do.
Kula, you think you are smart. What do you think we should do?
First of all, I am very smart.
Yeah,
I am
that's what I said.
smartest kobold. You know this. I have said this many times to you.
Yes.
I think you can be distraction. Yes. But maybe say you are with Neverember.
Ah, like I am bodyguard to his peace.
Yeah.
Because I heard them talking crap about. Is it Neverwinter? Neverember?
Neverember.
Neverember.
That's it. Yes. Okay. I will run in. I will be made that they are talking about this Neverember, and you guys will come in and destroy them. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, okay, cool. And so she gets the mace out, got the shield up. She's ready to go.
All right.
So
All right. As you walk down the stairway, not even trying to be stealthy, just the chainmail just shaking.
just boom, boom, boom.
And they all, you'll hear scrambling as they all, like, as you round the corner, they all have like weapons drawn, and they're like, "Who are you?"
I am Toko Shizrat-Kishki. I am bodyguard for Neverember. And I heard you talking shit. What do you want with this Neverember? Tell me. And she's gonna bang on her shield with her mace and kind of like
All right.
chest out, go towards him.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. The charisma's not bad. So, like, are you one of those DMs where you can use strength?
Yes.
I was
Go
literally
for it.
gonna say
Feel free to use strength as intimidation there. You're big and scary.
It is very odd, right?
Yeah. Because, like, I've got a +1 to charisma, but I got a +3 to strength.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel free to use strength.
But it hates me. So that's like a 7.
Yeah, you attempt to intimidate him, but they seem confident enough in a 3-on-1 that they're like, what's never. Huh.
Okay, I'm still gonna come at them.
Yeah, they do kind of back up, and they're like, all right, well, what do you think we're after Neverember? We're just a repair crew here. We're patching up this place.
Right, the patching up place looks at the card game.
We're taking a break.
Mm-hmm. Now, why does people patching up place need flying snake?
And the bigger one speaks to this thing. That's my pet.
What is his name?
Snaky.
That was extremely unclear.
As all of the others at this point are like, the other two are just like, you idiots. Just like give that look of like you're an idiot.
Could have said Fluffy, could have said Sparky. You went Snaky? Alright, come on. What is this with the Neverember?
Meanwhile, the other two, what are you two doing?
Anar was like very ready to go in, and then she was like, wait a minute, like, let's see this play out. Because that is a terrible name for a pet. That is terrible. But it seems like the other two are floundering, so Anar will rush in and attack. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Let's do it.
And if Anar is charging in, obviously Kula also has to charge in. You know, because he's also a big, strong, brave kobold. So,
all right. So you two will get a surprise round on them because they weren't expecting others.
Cool.
Let me go ahead and roll their initiatives. They have really bad initiative.
Okay. So we're all rolling yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
actually rolled pretty well. Yep, go ahead and roll initiatives for me.
Okay, initiative.
That helps in a great roll.
Oh,
So,
I have a -2 to initiative.
Are you kidding me right now? I have a +3 to initiative. I have a
Listen.
+3 to initiative.
I have a -2 to dexterity as a whole. Okay,
Okay.
I'm big.
You simply must get new decks. You simply must get new decks. No, it's okay. I have a +3 to initiative. All this bonus, roll to 1.
That's just like the whole game so far, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
all right, so now that's a 4.
It's a 4.
Joker, what did you get?
I'm gonna get new dice. 1 second.
Decker?
oh, sorry, I thought you said Toko. I got a 7.
7. All right. And Toku.
I rolled a 13, so I got an 11.
11. Strong initiatives coming out.
I mean, it makes sense. I was the first one in there.
All
We're
right.
saving
Yeah.
our good rolls.
So essentially all that means is the larger man as well as the two others will have their reactions when Anar and Kula get your surprise round. So it'll start with Kula. You get to take your turn first against them.
So Kula rolls in, literally, like action rolls in from behind the orc and immediately throws a firebolt at the closest one.
All right. That'd probably be the bigger man is backed up kind of more or less all the way against the wall. So it'd be one of the smaller two.
Yeah, one of the smaller two. So okay, that is what is my plus? Oh yeah, 17. I'm hoping that hits.
Yep, definitely
Okay,
hits.
Cool. So that is a D10 of damage. 10 damage.
As he just gets hit square in the chest by this fireball, the wind just knocked out of him. As he's scrambling, he looks really rough now. All right, Anar, what would you like to do in this surprise round?
So I'm gonna go for the other one then. The Kula didn't hit. And I'm just gonna put up my shield, like unsheath the scimitar and go for it. Go for a little attack. I'm rolling new dice. I got an 11 to hit.
11 just misses, unfortunately. They don't have a huge IC, but they're wearing armor at least.
That's fair. Man, it's really funny because she was talking all this shit in the bar. Anyway, yeah, I only have one attack, so I guess that's it.
Yeah, your nerves get to you a bit, and you swing, and you swear you're about to hit him at the last second. He dodges out of the way.
You know, everybody gets nervous for interview.
All right, so that'll basically bring back to the top of the initiative. Ironically enough, even though he has a +0 to Dex, the bigger man rolled pretty well. So he kind of is like, oh god, he pulls out his mace and steps forward and is going to go for the biggest one. So Toku is going to be against you. He's going to swing twice with his mace. A 15, I think that misses.
Nope.
And that might hit though with a 23.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess.
Minimum damage though. He deals 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he just clips you with his mace.
Okay, cool. We love to see it.
All right. That means next in the order, it's your turn to respond.
Yay! Okay, so I'm going between. I was gonna do Bane, but after Anar's first round, I'm like, maybe I should do Bless. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just to be sure, I'm gonna Bless, and I can hit up to 3 creatures. So me, Anar,
all 3.
Kula, yeah, which just means plus a D4 to all of your attack rolls and saving throws up to a minute for concentration.
That's so hot. Thank you.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and cast that.
Yes, there's this shining light, just so all of you feel emboldened.
That's kind of all I can really do, unless I want to cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action. But other than that, she's just gonna put up her shield and kind of back away from the fight for a second, letting the bless kind of settle over her and her companions.
All right.
Like, you will regret that, big man.
Yeah, the two others, the smaller ones, the smaller bandits, they're essentially going to strike respectively back at each person who went after them. So one approaches Cool, looking almost kind of limping as he goes along, still recovering from that hit in the chest, and he's going to try and swing his scimitar, and rolls a natural 4, so he misses. The one next to you, Nars, being still fresh, is going to respond with a swing from the scimitar and rolls a natural 7. So they both just swing and a miss. They're startled by this sudden attack and are just kind of
take that bad dice juju. Take it, please.
As Kulo, we're back around to you.
So the way that the room is situated, is there a way that I could pop off a grease spell and only be affecting the 3 that were attacking us?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay.
It's so relatively confined space, and you guys are more or less kind of in a line at this point.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to pop off grease and try to get it underneath the 3 of them that are standing.
They need to make dex saves, I believe.
Yeah, so a dex save of 14, please.
All right. The large man fails. The one next to Anar fails, and the one next to you fails. They all just are taken aback by this and are like, what? And they just completely slip and fall prone.
Perfect. That's all I need to do.
All right. Brings us back around to Anar. It's your turn.
All right, awesome. Anar just tries to very embarrassed, but he didn't hit me either, and now he's on the ground.
Yeah, he is an open target.
Now he's crying. And Anar just decides to just swing all the way down because fuck, if I can't do this. Well,
he's got advantage on the attack roll since he's pro.
Cool.
And +4.
And +4, yeah. I got my D4 in here.
Plus D4, yep.
Gang! Okay, so that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, perfect. And that's going to be 12 points of damage.
Ooh, how do you want to do that? I'll give you one of those for that. One hit down.
Anar, like I said, just pops her chest out, breathing really heavily. It's snowing, it's cold, and she's embarrassed, and she just basically flips the scimitar in her hand so she can more hold it like a knife and just plunges straight down. Fuck this.
As he's on there, it's no. As then you just get this weapon just collides with him.
Wait, are we doing the death?
Oh,
I mean, if we're killing them, that's yeah. Kill them off.
I'm just having a really, really rough day. Maybe you should keep the other ones alive. This was for me. This was self-care.
Okay, you get one freebie.
As a treat.
All right. Back around to the larger man as he stands up and it's no. And he's just gonna kind of swing at Toku again twice. Nope. Yes, that one does hit though.
Was it?
Rolls minimum damage again. So another 3 points of damage. He's not doing
fantastic.
Good today.
Well, I mean, it's still doing some damage.
Yeah, level 1 is the
We're
thing.
level 1.
But not doing as much as you could.
Now I'm below half. And so...
how grease works, if he ends his turn there, I believe he has to make the save again, yeah?
Oh, I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yes. Do make one of those for Bless.
Con save.
Oh, but unfortunately, this hit wasn't hard, but it was just in the right place to where it shook your concentration for a moment.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
But he has to make the save again and fails, so he falls prone again as he just swings, and as he swings, kind of the momentum carries him and he falls prone. All right, it is your turn now, though, Tohu, and there's a prone man in front of you.
And I'm going to grab my mace. Now I'm going to go down. So...
Wait, maybe we should keep one of them alive. Wait, please.
Like, I non-lethally. Non-lethally.
Whenever you make a melee attack, you can just declare non-lethal.
I'm going for his chest and he's wearing armor, right?
He's wearing leather armor, but he doesn't seem that dexterous, so it's very basic protection.
Okay, so I mean, like, the mace isn't going to go straight through him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 24.
That more than doubles his AC, so yeah, that hits.
Okay, time for stuff. Okay, so that's a 1d6 plus 3. 6 points of damage.
All right, you clock him right in the center of the chest. He grunts as it hits him. Seems like he could definitely take a bit more of a beating than the others.
That's it. I just stand over him. I was like, "What now?"
Yeah, as the one next to you, Kula, is just going to try and swipe at you from being prone. So he has disadvantage. Equal to 4 and a 3, so definitely misses. And he just wildly swipes, and he's going to take his movement to get up and move his way off of the grease. But it's now your turn, Kula.
All right. So Kula is going to prep Firebolt. So he's going to hold up his hand and kind of let it, like, some little flames sort of flicker in his hand.
Okay. You tell us what we want to know, or all of you covered in grease are about to be on fire.
I forgot that's how that works.
Oh.
And he, like, then very threateningly holds his hand, like, towards the one that just stood up, you know, just as a try me.
Make an intimidation check at advantage.
Oh, at advantage?
Yeah.
Then I might stand a chance.
Oh.
I'll allow you to use your spellcasting ability for this, since you're very notably using your spells.
Well, even if I didn't, that would be a 17 as my higher one. But if I use my spellcasting, that would be a 24.
Yeah, as they both are just like, right, and they put their hands up and drop their weapons.
Yes.
He's riding this high, so he's just gonna keep making like this smirk of like, yeah, and like keep holding that spell ready to go. Which I'll ready that action if they do literally anything to make me think that they're about to attack us. He's gonna shoot off that firebolt. I'm very specifically phrasing it that way.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, as they just drop their weapons, put their hands up. At this point, the bigger one on the ground, he has like dropped his weapon and has his hands up. He's not even getting up. That'll effectively end combat.
Yeah. So Toko's definitely gonna put her foot on his chest. Be like, he's not gonna get up.
Yeah. And Kula, or not Kula, I'm not Kula, you're Kula. I'm just a stand. Anar like points her scimitar forward. Where's the book?
What book?
Black leather notebook, gold on it. Book, where is it?
Oh, that thing the weird bard dropped, it's over there. And he points at the table.
She goes over and gets it.
Yeah, and you look down on top of their set of like their gambling money, as well as a couple other things. There is the notebook described.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a pouch or anything? Or no, I would have a pouch, huh? Yeah. Anar takes all of the gold too.
Swipe all of the gold. Yeah, in total, there is 15 gold pieces in assorted coinage. I just do 15 gold for ease.
You love to see it.
There's obviously the journal that Vola mentioned when you all to recall. The cage of the flying snake is off in the corner. And there is as well as on the table, there seems to be like pinned to it with a dagger so it doesn't like fly away or anything. There's a sketch of someone.
I take the sketch. I take everything, except for the snake, because I know that Toko wanted to meet the snake. But I take everything else and I look at the picture. Is it anybody I recognize?
I'd probably say so, yeah. To describe it, it's a younger man, and there is actually a little bit of color to it. A younger man, he actually has a soul patch, like right in the center of his chin, and like shoulder length long, kind of flowing red hair.
Okay.
This very broad and like sculpted cheekbones and whatnot. This is a very clear depiction of Rainer Neverember.
Anar turns back to them and holds up the picture and goes, "So what's your deal with Neverember? Like, why are you interested in him? What's up?"
We just the tall one says, like, we heard he wanted he has a lot of money, and
So are you going to rob him, scam him? What was the plan?
Take him by surprise, rob him, I'd say Kula and all of you, actually. Go ahead and make perception checks.
Yay.
13.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 1, so it's a 3. He's
Kula.
really focused on holding this firebolt on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
The other two, you guys notice on their like one of them on his like forearm and the other on his neck have these, as well as on the dead one actually, have tattoos of what looks like flying snakes, and easy enough to identify. That's the symbol of the Zentarim, kind of a shadow network that operates throughout the Sword Coast. Recently, particularly, there have been, Anar, you'd probably know this, there have been very, like, there was always kind of a bit of a shadow war going on between the Xanathar Guild and the Zentarim. Xanathar Guild being the kind of local crime guild. But recently, it has escalated to all-out warfare. There have been attacks in the streets. Violence has skyrocketed since something has caused the two to essentially be at each other's throats for whatever reason.
Yeah, definitely something she would probably have been involved in. She's probably broken up a couple of fights.
Probably.
Anar's gonna walk over to the one that like Kula's kind of holding up at firebolt point. And she's just kind of like gonna stand behind. She's in her element right now. She's gonna stand behind Kula, hand on a hip, just look at this guy and just, so tell me, just because a girl's curious, what's up with you and Xanathars? Does this have anything to do with it?
And they kind of like look between each other. Make a intimidation with strength, since they're basically it. Or whatever your attack modifier is.
It would be strength, which is not bad because that ups my intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be 14.
14. Okay. They kind of looks at. He says, looks at the bigger one. The bigger one's like shaking his head, like, don't say anything. And the other one just kind of says, because this guy is at 1 hit point for reference. He had 11 health and he was dealt 10 damage. And so he's just like, I don't know. So apparently they think we stole something.
Did you?
He says, I don't know. Maybe someone did.
God. Okay. Do you know what it is that they're looking for?
He's gonna make a check. See if he actually heard about it. actually not a half bad roll. It's an intelligence modifier +0. So it's I don't know, it was like a stone or something.
Okay, well, so Kula, Toko, what do you think we should do with him, huh?
Well, I do not think we should kill him. Looks a dead body.
Look, I told you I just had to get like a little bit of frustration out. It's been a rough day.
No, I totally understand it. It's totally understandable.
Thank you.
But she kind of like stomps on the big guy's chest a little bit because she's still like basically standing on him. It's like, I think they have learned lesson. They have lost. They have had lost friend, and I have new pet snake.
You do. We will be taking
I'm like,
the snake.
come here, little baby, come here. Who are you? What is your name?
Make an animal handling check.
Can I give her advantage? Can I do a help action? Because like,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I work with animals.
I want to
know. I think I get the cage for you because you have your foot on the guy. So I think I get the cage.
So I'm like cooing for the little snake baby.
And like I'm like, kind of like just messing with it, cooing at it before I like as I'm walking over to Toko, trying to get
hit. Why did it have such a high bonus to hit? You roll.
So I got a 9 plus 4.
Okay, yeah.
9 plus 4, so
19.
19 plus 4, 23.
Okay. Yep, that's math.
That's good. I'd say the snake probably like looks like it's about to strike for a second and then just kind of like wraps itself around your arm.
Yes. I have baby snake. What is name of snake, by the way? Like actual name. Why did you only call Snakey?
It doesn't have a name. It's a snake. It's a flying snake.
Why do you have
guys tattoo
snake?
These on your body? Have some respect for some animals. Jeez.
The guy just kind of like, if as best he can, shrugs with his a foot on his chest and on the ground. But
okay. Well, we will be taking Book now and Snake. Yes.
Right.
Why do you have Snake though? I'm genuinely curious. Why have it?
It's kind of like, I don't know. The organization has them.
Is it like mascot? No, like technical use, just mascot.
You don't deserve this snake.
Yeah, sure.
You don't deserve this snake.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I don't like the way he said, yeah, sure.
I don't like it.
I'll use the pretty dice. Pretty dice, why did you betray me? Alright. I mean, it's +6.
All right. So what was your total?
8.
8. What's his bonus? You tied him because he rolled an 8 plus 0 for his deception. So I'd say you get information out of that. It's probably clear they're used for something within the Zentarim. He just doesn't want to disclose that because it's probably like, classified.
It's like, they are liars.
Doesn't want to share that information.
Light them up.
Wait.
We do not deal with liars.
If you honestly say that, he will light them up, is the thing. Because again, I was holding for any reason.
He starts saying it, and thus the guy stops
Anora's
her.
like,
right. The messengers. We use them as messengers. They're really fast. They can like fly across the city and whatnot.
Ooh, nice.
Kind of pulls his hand back a little bit.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else to do with them.
Anar looks at them and just, who did this to you?
Like saying, who did this to you?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your name?
Exactly the point. Who did this to you? No one.
Okay. She's confused.
So that's what she meant. I was confused as well.
It makes sense to me. God, keep up.
It's right. It's very clever.
I I am very clever, thank you.
very
Thank you, it's true. But yeah, no, Anara's just like, you don't know us, you didn't see us, and get better, treat animals with respect.
Oh, okay.
Learn something tonight.
Go to library instead of stealing book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't even read this, did you? You didn't even read this.
No. The smaller one kind of just like nods over at the large, like he can't read in general, but
it is not hard. And Anara opens it, does not understand anything, closes it immediately.
Wait, can I see? Can I have book? I was like, I take book and I open it. Can I understand it?
It's written in common, but it's in a very Volo common, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like thoughts and things, all just words across the page, like connected with the lines.
Ah, this is for you. And gives to the kobold.
Anar opens it because Kula's hand is still flaming. Anar opens it for
Just like squats in front of him with a book.
And he's still holding his hand out, but now his face is buried in a book. And just,
he's very wordy.
Uses up too much space, too much flour.
As they're just kind of looking at this, like, can we go now?
It's like, oh, yeah, we should probably leave. We have what we need. Go ahead, put the hand down.
As they just kind of like get up, leave their weapons behind, and are like,
right. Oh, I thought we were leaving.
Oh, you guys like either way.
What do you guys want to do?
We have
Let's
the book.
go back.
Let's go get that gold.
So we're just gonna like walk out with them like covered in grease, one guy bleeding out on the floor. Yeah. Listen, is he dead?
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. Could I have saved him had I cast Cure Wounds on him immediately?
We'll say yes.
Damn it. Well, it's too late now. So. Is it? Can I Cure Wounds him?
All right. I'm gonna roll some death saves for him. I'll basically roll until it's resolved, and we'll see if he dies. Just bleeds out. That's a success. All right, 3 successes. He's stable, so you could heal him.
It's like fine. And just because I feel like there was a bit of an escalation and all of that, I'm going to. And she just kneels down and like puts a hand on the stab wound, and does the only level I have, first level Cure Wounds.
Yeah, heal him up, and he's like what, bro, it's being, and the other two are like, wait, calm, Jerry, calm.
All right, let me give him. You want me to roll hit points, or is it just fine?
It's fine. There's
okay,
won't
cool.
matter too much.
Cool.
And he's like, "What happened?" It's like we lost.
You
Well,
got
they're
to
letting us
ace
go,
his key.
right? And it's like, right. And at this point, he gets up and kind of just like dusts himself off and realizes there's a giant hole in his chest right now that's patched up as well as in his arm. He's like, "Oh,
You're welcome."
Anar does not even look like she's looking around like, oh my god, wow, look at the snow. Like, it's really pretty. It's a graveyard, but...
All right.
Graveyard +1.
As they get out before you, they just kind of like leave and skedaddle as you guys are left to your own devices down there if you have to search around some more or just head out.
Well, I'm pooped. Should we return book?
Book, gold. Sounds like a good plan.
Cool. When we get out of here, can you light the place on fire? I want to see it happen.
Yes.
Cool. Now let's get out of here before he does that.
And Kula like maniacally is like rubbing his hands together as he's like backing up the stairs.
His tiny little lizard hands.
Yeah, tiny little hands just ready. Just yes. And
Okay.
yeah, he'll throw a firebolt down the stairs after they're all out, set it on fire. Because, desecrating a mausoleum, that sounds great. What could go wrong with this at all?
Yeah, the name on the mausoleum is so scratched out where you can't even tell whose it is at this point. As you just light it on fire, and like the table and like some of their weapons that they left behind just go up in flames. The mausoleum's made of stone, so it won't like break down the mausoleum or anything, but there's some scorch marks, definitely.
Nice.
What are you gonna name the snake? They're really cute. And she
Oh, I don't know. What should
Please
I
don't name
my
it
little
Snaky. That was a
snake?
terrible name.
No, that was a terrible name. That was awful. I will name it Kula.
No. I am Kula.
I will name it Kula Junior. No,
Mm,
I kid. I'm not calling it Kula Junior.
what if you named it after like another flying animal? That'd be kind of funny.
Pegasus.
Yeah.
Pegasus and the unicorn. It's meant to be.
I guess it's the flying snake.
Pegasus.
Make note of that you have a flying snake,
Hell yeah.
which surprisingly,
All
I'm glad.
the pets.
I'm glad you rolled well on the animal handling. Because had you not, it would have taken a bite at you, and yeah, I think its bite could have quite literally killed you.
There's no flying snakes in D&D Beyond, unfortunately.
We'll figure that out.
I'll send you the stats for it. Yeah, it does 1 piercing damage plus 3d4 poison damage when it hits. Scary.
All
Poison
the
snake.
pets. All the pets. All the
Tiny
pets.
Let me
but
actually
yeah,
hold on. I was looking
with
wrong
your
spot.
new snake in tow.
There is a flying snake. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. As with your new serpent as well as the journal in tow, you trudge your way back through the snow of the City of the Dead and head back up towards the Yawning portal. It being pretty good into the night by now, but you arrive and it seems to have come down a little bit, but the Yawning portal is almost always busy. As you see, Anar, you probably see Gillester very openly flirting with the bard that's nicknamed Three Strings, as he only has 3 strings on his lute. As he seems to have bought 3 Strings a drink and is very openly flirting with him. Whereas Volo is sitting at a table, 3 sets of 3 big mugs of the Yawning Portal's finest ale.
Anar sees that. Doesn't say anything. She respects the hustle. She respects the game. You get them 3 strings. Absolutely, king. But goes over to Volo with the book in hand and just, Mr. Volo?
Oh, you've returned. How was it?
Easy. And hands the book over.
Amazing. And did you take care of that specter, I assume?
Kula and Toko did.
What did it look like? I'd like a great description of this, since I'm researching specters and whatnot.
Well, it was stiff. It was stiff.
Stiff. Interesting.
Motionless.
Oh, yes, many specters are.
Yes,
The
yes.
benches
Very
are
flat.
scary.
in its emotion. Very flat.
Interesting.
Yes, exactly.
Perhaps the spirit of a failed actor or something.
I can't do this. It was fake. It was. You were spooked by nothing.
We didn't reset the trap. You can go back there and look at it yourself. It's a trap. It's a spook.
Ah. Well, anyways,
But I got this, and I'm like wearing the flying snake. It's like a scarf.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't it cute?
Her name is Pegasus,
Yes, he's gonna
and
try
she's
pet it.
gorgeous.
Okay, he rolled like an animal handling it, like kind of like recoils back a bit, then lets him pet it.
No.
But he says, "Well, your rewards. Please sit down. Have your drink."
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, Anar's gonna go ahead, start drinking, raises her glass to Toko and Kula, and just to a surprisingly good and effective team.
Yes, to a very good team. And to my new pet Pegasus, my new best friend.
Yes. So
And to the
cute.
gold.
And she like
To the
looks
gold.
at Volo like,
The gold that we will also be receiving.
Make an insight check. Well, you're probably
no.
going to succeed considering he rolled a 2 on his deception. So
yeah, 21.
yeah, yeah. I don't think he has a plus like 20 or anything to that. So he is very noticeably sweating. Like,
Mr. Volo.
right,
gold?
Gold. Yes. You see, I had gold, but I have a friend who owes it to me. Problem is, I haven't seen him in a few days. But if you could get him back for me, then I could get him to give you the money give me the money he owes me, and then I can give the money I owe you. Yeah?
Or we could shake you down and take whatever you have.
Yes, how did you buy the ale? Give me your pouch.
I have a tab here, so.
Oh.
Ah, I see. Sick him, Pegasus.
Listen, wait. I'll be honest. Look, he starts like turning out his pockets. You see like quills and stuff fall out, but no money.
Wow, you really are broke.
It costs a lot to invest in like new merchandise and books and whatnot.
Do you even have a friend?
I do.
That owes you money?
His name is Floon. Blagmar, and I haven't seen him in a few days. But if you can find him, and then you're free to take the money that he owes me.
Floon Blagmar. Okay.
Well, I will at least enjoy ale.
Maybe you could find some people to help you out with that. And as he like looks up, you see walking over are 2 drow, oddly enough, walking over to seemingly towards Volo. As he like gets an eye of them, he's like, "Oh, they're here for me too." And he looks even more scared, like, "Oh God, what did I do?" As these figures seem to be coming up to join you all at the table, that's where we're going to end.
Yeah.
I already got a pet.
Already.
Not even first episode.
Oh no.
We got a pet. Love
And
it.
I will be calling her Peggy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So cute.
But yeah.
God, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And a little gay as a treat at the end.
Gotta add
Like
it in
the
there.
death. We fixed. He's not
You know
dead.
what? Yeah, that's true. That wasn't that much of a treat. That was like eating kale chips. But it was still fun.
Drax says that you rolled 3 1s. So if
Okay, well, you know what, Drac? You can come and talk to me about this later, okay?
oh man.
I have
Granted, I didn't roll that well
Tim's dice rolls rubbed off on me. This is terrible.
Did we all roll a 1 at some point today though?
I think everyone did.
I think we
Yes,
did.
I did.
I did, yeah.
The
Yeah.
real ones were the fun we had along the way after all. So fuck it. Aw, we love you too.
All right. So that's where we're going to wrap up. We'll go ahead and do outros. We'll go reverse direction this time, starting with Draku.
That's me. Hi, everybody. So I'm Draku. You can catch me on Twitter at Draku3690 or on pretty much every other social media. I am actually just Draku. Like I said at the beginning, I'm a variety streamer, so I play a little bit of everything. Tonight, actually, in about an hour, I'm going to be going live with Destiny 2. And tomorrow, y'all might enjoy this. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, and it's completely randomized play. So I roll dice to make all of my decisions. And it's been rough. My character is an uncaring, terrible person right now. So that's fun. It's a good time. Yeah, that's just me. I stream about 5 days a week, some kind of video game or creative stream. And I'm really looking forward to this campaign. If it's going to be anything like this, these prologue sessions, it's going to be a great time. So
I expect 100 times more chaos.
definitely.
Oh, yes. With all 5 of us?
Oh no. You already got a pet in the prologue session.
Listen, you let that happen.
I did. But yeah, Leah, you're next.
Oh, yeah, great. So I'm Leah. I'm that geeky artist on Twitter. That's kind of the only one that matters. I'm also on Instagram. But again, Twitter's really the only one that matters at this point. It's just that geeky artist, but instead of T, it's a 1. But, yeah. I do a lot of art. Well, I try to do a lot of art. Most of it's D&D art. I retweet a lot. That's kind of it. I do expect it to be in another game that might stream in January. Curse of Strahd. It's called, we affectionately call it Oops All Barovians. But that's neither here nor there. So follow me on Twitter to see art and shenanigans.
All right. And Liv.
Hello, I'm Liv. You can find me on Twitter at liveinaday. Live in a day. It's a pun. I'm hilarious. But yeah, so I do not do streams of my own, but you can find me all over Twitch. I'm also on Under the Tables, Total Party Chills Under the Table, where we do a variety of like indie RPGs. Right now we are like in the first bit, like literally episode 4 I think is going to be next, of our second season. It's all solar punk, so if cyberpunk decided to start taking care of plants and become a plant mom, I will, hopefully be coming up in a couple of more shows. But more importantly, this Friday, we will be doing the second half of a charity stream with Friends Who Roll Dice. So we are raising money for the Philippines, who have been hit really, really hard with tropical storms on top of, everything else that's been going on with COVID. It's one of the worst recorded tropical storms in history. So we're raising money for them, trying to show support. I'm on that with another Drac, who is on Infinite Horizon. So he and I are playing superheroes along with some really, really awesome people. It's super great. And we are playing Legends. We're actually play testing Legends. So if you've ever been wanting to find like a TTRPG that like really hits that superhero itch, come check it out, because it's a really, really great system. So that will be on Friday at 7:30 EST, which means 4:30 PST. And yeah, we're very excited about it. So come hang out.
Yeah, Friends Who Roll Dice, fantastic group. 100% recommend. I'm Colin Kelly, Colin_C_Kelly on Twitter. I do tabletop design. My most recent thing being Devilish Undertones. You like Spyhander. It's a nice little intro adventure for Spyhander. 1 to 2 sessions, occasionally 3 if your group RPs a lot, which my playtesters did. But on top of that, I've done a couple of things on various other channels. I've done a couple of things at Encounter Roleplay, on Penny for a Tale, and the thing I've been doing for it's over a year now. God, it's been a long time. Is my podcast with Wayward Expeditions. It's the Rise of the Rune Lords Pathfinder First Edition campaign. It is podcasted, I think, season 2 fully out now. I don't know. I know season 1's fully out. You can find that. The link is in my bio on my Twitter, same with Devilish Undertones. But yeah, as well as I've got this. And just as a reminder, as far as announcements go, tomorrow is Infinite Horizon at 6 p.m. PST. Fantastic group. Drac is in that. Drac was in the chat tonight. You're awesome.
Big old nerd.
Infinite Horizon tomorrow. On Friday, 7 p.m. PST is Ramblemancy. It's their talk show style podcast. It's just a nice holiday chill session before everyone goes dark. From December 19th through January 5th, it'll go dark, with Infinite Horizon coming back on the 6th. And unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of time until we see this, but that means it gives me a lot of time to make it really special and really fun. I will see you all next I say next Tuesday, 4 Tuesdays from now. On
Next year.
Next year, actually. January 12th. So I look forward to it. It's going to be fantastic. Tonight was great. I look forward to having everyone all at once. It's going to be fantastic. But
I'm gonna miss everybody until literally a month from now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Oh my god.
Mhm,
It's gonna be so much
mhm.
more fun when we have everybody.
Oh man, I almost feel bad for Colin because for a second I was like, oh, maybe there's like some peace. Anar will be peaceful. Nope. It's all chaos, baby. Oops, all chaos.
Oops, all chaos.
all right.
So excited.
Other than that, I think that's everything. So everyone, we're going to be rating Bree Dannon after the stream. So go ahead and check that out. Be great.
Woo.
All right, better than that.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I don't know if we're still on, but I'm just going to keep waving until... Oh. Mods, quickly.
Mods.
Quickly, mods.
This is terrible.
Okay, we're leaving. Goodbye. We're just leaving.
Goodbye.
We're leaving. We're
Goodbye.
walking out of the room. Goodbye.